Hey everyone, this is a flashback video with the one and only Gary Vaynerchuk. Before you watch, I also want to tell you that this is a sponsored video from my friends at the .store domain. I'll explain. If you're new here, I started Behind the Brand, this series, this YouTube channel, about a decade ago. And when I did, it was a very different place. We were in the heart of the Great Recession. That's when the economy went really bad. And I was really struggling to keep my startup alive. It was also a time when, yes, I had a website, but like having a direct consumer store was almost unthinkable. It seemed very expensive. And now, thanks to my partners at the .store domain, you can simply go to their website, get your little .store domain extension, and you're off and running. You've got a site that looks like a retail store and you can sell direct. It's as easy as that. They've also got a contest going on right now on Instagram that you can win up to $30,000. But it ends November 14th, so if you're seeing this video after that, just go to the .store domain people and check out what they've got to get everything else. I'm going to read this so I don't get it wrong. Here's how it works. There's going to be 6 finalists chosen based on creativity and engagement on your Instagram post. So judges will listen to your ideas and pick the winners. All you have to do is go to idea2.store to sign up and submit your details. You sign up on the website, you share your online store and your idea on Instagram with the hashtag idea2store and tag @get.store, and you're all set. Winners will be chosen based on their Instagram videos. There's going to be up to $30,000 in cash prizes plus other stuff. Go to the website and check out the details. Now let's get back into the show. I bet you've never seen this video with Gary before. Let's check it out.
Hey, I'm Gary Vaynerchuk, and you're watching Behind the Brand.
So talk to us about the long term versus the short term in the context of what we were just talking about.
You know, I'm gonna flip the switch on you. Like, it's how I kind of think about this show. You know, I've been watching from afar and impressed with your grind. You're hustling, right? And you're pounding and you're pounding. And look, I was there 2 years every day of Wine Library TV, not selling more wine, investing.
Yeah.
And then Joel Stein decides to write an article about it. And back then, main media, and even today, mainstream media can help these kind of things, you know, and he writes about it and, you know, and all of a sudden it's in Time Magazine, Conan O'Brien's, people see it, now I'm on Conan, then the internet takes over and starts talking about it, amplifying it, the YouTube video, me and Conan, and it just starts happening, right?
Yep.
But then I decided to be in the business and talking, making videos, nothing's happening, I go give a talk at Web 2.0, you know, smurf it up and away it goes, and you know, and that's what it is. One gal at 2 o'clock in the morning that's at HBO is, you know, surfing around and sees this interview and is like, that host's got it, and your life changes. And like the lack of patience, the lack of patience is, what the lack of patience means to me of most people is they don't love what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
They don't believe in themselves. They don't have the resources or the time, but it's one of those things, and that's why so many great things go unnoticed.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you saying that. Obviously, I feel like I'm in the struggle, and you know what that feels like.
Yeah.
You're probably still in your own
I want to buy the jets.
relative
You know how far
struggle.
away I am? I'm in the struggle.
Yeah.
My own little struggle, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
people who can't eat tonight.
Yeah.
They hear you say that you're in a struggle, they want to vomit on themselves, right? You hear me saying I'm in the struggle, you want to vomit on yourself, right? And so like we all have our struggles,
Yeah.
we all have what we want. I really, equally, as somebody who wants to eat, I want to buy the jets. And I know how obnoxious that sounds, but it's just the way I feel, which means I'm very deep in the struggle right now.
You're focused. Talk to the people who get pushed to the ledge or pushed to the edge. Sometimes the voices around you are louder than the ones in your head, you know, and you get.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I've never listened to a single voice around. The voices around me are mute. The ones in my head are in full volume. The voices around me are on mute.
Yeah.
And that's me, right? Like, that's my DNA, that's my mom over self-esteeming me and the way she raised me, but like, you know, I can't speak to the people that the voices are around them because that would be not authentic because I don't even know what that means. The voices around me have been on mute since they told me I was a bad student when I was 12 and I would never master something when I was making more money than all of them combined, and I'm talking about my teachers.
Yeah. Well, it's a good message. It's easier said than done, right?
Everything's easier said than done. Everything's hard.
Yeah.
And look, I have plenty of shortcomings. Mark Cuban bought his team way quicker than I did. Like, you know, we all have our levels of talent. We all have our moments. We all have these things. What I would say is this. If nothing good happened to me going forward, from this moment on, I'd be okay. And I think that's what you need to accept. You need to stay equally hungry and want to achieve things, but you have to learn how to balance that with the contentness of all the great things that are going for you, because so many people have it worse.
Yeah. Well, you just sort of said to stay grateful.
I'm driven by gratitude.
Yeah.
I'm driven by gratitude. I'm equally egotistical as I am loaded with humility. Like, you've got to balance. And I'm just so blown away by people's lack of self-awareness when they're crying about things.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the struggle. The fact that you have the ability to be chasing this is incredible.
For sure. For sure. What's the hardest part about being you? Can we get a little bit personal?
Yeah, I want to. I'm always happy to answer every question. The hardest part about being me. I'll get very personal with you. The hardest part about being me is that I'm always playing the long game, and every day I get older, I put myself in more of a position to become bitter of hedging and not cashing in.
Give us an example.
When I'm 63 and I'm not in position to achieve the things I think I should have achieved, and I'm taking the Jets out of the equation for a second,
Okay.
I will start blaming my hedge.
You should have gone all in.
Why did I answer everybody's emails?
Yeah.
I should have just taken those big meetings, and that would have got me somewhere. What I'm vulnerable to, and I'm self-aware right now, is coming up with excuses of why I didn't make it and blaming all the good things I did because they took up so much time that took away from the big things I could have done to get me there. What I'm most worried about is will my ambition trump my gratitude in my older age, because I'm always looking to the future.
Yeah.
And as I get older and I realize that time is running out, will I become, I love life so much
Yeah.
that as time shrinks on me, will I become exponentially more upset? And I'm very much mindful of that and think about that in a big way, because I really don't want that to happen.
I mean, we were just sitting back, chopping it up, reminiscing about the good old days and all that, tracking my roots.